Kenapa kita bisa tumbuh lebih baik? Karena kita melakukan kebijakan fiskal yang lebih sinkron dengan kebijakan moneter. Jadi kita pastikan bekerja sama dengan moneter ya, bahwa ada cukup uang di sistem perekonomian. Important apa enggak ini? Ini important sekali, karena kalau kita lihat during SBY era, di sini ekonominya tumbuh rata-rata hampir 6%. Kreditnya tumbuh 22%. Yang ini rata-rata yang kredit yang mana? Yang merah ya, 22%. During Jokowi era, economy grew by slightly below 5% or less, maybe close to 4.5. The credit only grew by, on average, 6%. So in the first 10 years of the last 20 years, our economy mainly supported by private sector, while spending, President SBY did not construct a significant infrastructures, right? But basically the government at that time, I told them, I used to say jokingly, they were sleeping. But yet, the economy could grow by around 6%. As Jokowi era, he built many infrastructure, tolls, roads, everything. But the economy only grew by below 5%. Because credit only grew by 7%, single digit, and maybe sometimes it's lower than that. Jadi saya bilang, di sini, di zaman yang Pak SBY, the economy was driven by government spending, private spending. Zaman Jokowi, mainly by government spending, while private spending had been muted at that time. Ya. Jadi mesin ekonomi kita pincang dalam 20 tahun terakhir. Yang 10 tahun pertama swasta aja yang kerja, 10 tahun kedua hanya pemerintah aja yang kerja. Orang selalu bertanya ke saya, how are you going to create the 8% growth? It's not possible. I told them, if I manage to make sure that both engine of growth are working properly, that is the government sector and the private sector is working properly, 6% is not that difficult to attain for private sector, and if combined with the government sector, above that is not that difficult also. So 6.5% is rather easy to be attained if I manage to ensure that both of engine of growth moving at the same time. Now, I'm in the middle of making sure that it is happening. Jadi jangan bilang Purbaya tukang tipu, Pak. Purbaya pintar sedikit. Jadi dengan cara itu kita bisa, kenapa itu? Saya suruh cepat-cepat ya? Belum. Udah selesai belum? Disuruh selesai belum? Belum. Ada bunyi titit tuh, suruh pulang. Jadi rahasianya apa? Rahasianya adalah kalau kita lihat monetary policy, we take a look at the money supply or base money growth or M0. Ini M0 yang hitam ini, this variable is controlled by the central bank and to some extent by fiscal authority also. In the past, the black was allowed to grow by 19% on average, 18.5. Here in the Jokowi era, it only grew by 8%. And at certain time, it contracted. Kadang-kadang dia tumbuhnya negatif. Jadi di waktu-waktu tertentu, ekonomi kita emang dibunuh. Entah disengaja, entah karena kebodohan, atau ketidaktahuan kita. Kemarin waktu tahun 2005 Pak 2004 Pak Prabowo ambil kekuasaan, itu Anda lihat yang hitam negatif juga tuh. Makanya ekonomi melambat secara signifikan dan Agustus banyak protes besar-besaran. September saya injak uang, yang hitam naik lagi ke atas. Oh, ini nggak hidup nih. Naik lagi ke atas yang hitam. Kemudian turun sedikit terus naik ke atas. Jadi strategi yang dikembangkan oleh Pak Presiden Prabowo adalah sekarang making sure that there's enough liquidity in the system so that the private sector can grow also, hand in hand with the government sector. I expect with this policy we are creating a much balanced engine of growth. So 6% is not that difficult to be attained. I want it to occur in the second half of this year. Jadi ditambah yang lain-lain itu akan memberi ruang bagi government and private sector to grow at their potential.